Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about today's video. So today's video is kind of like a thrift flip. It's technically a flea market flip, but I'm super excited. And obviously it's going to be part of Kylie's workspace. Given the situation, given the pandemic, as for right now, it was just in the best interest of us to kind of have her start school at home and see how things go. So because of that, we are going to create an actual space, a learning space for her so she can get all her schoolwork done and really be in the zone to learn at the optimal level. So I'm really excited to create this, and we're going to create this all on a budget. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right guys, so here is the piece. Obviously, if you can tell by the color, it's in her room, and if you haven't seen that makeover, it is on my channel if you want to go check that out. Don't hate me for trying to make it different, guys. I know it's a really cute desk, so at the time I'm recording this, I only have a few days, exactly 3 days to get this done. So I need to use my time wisely and make it count. So the plan for this is we're gonna redo the white. We're gonna paint this teal. Don't hate me, guys. We're gonna change out the knobs and probably the poles too. I've already soaked it down and washed it up. Next, what we're going to be doing is sanding it. So we're going to be doing that now. So you saw it before that I was peeling. It just keeps peeling, guys. Like there's no smooth edge. Even though I've tried to sand it down, like there's no smooth edge, it just keeps on coming up. Like instead of trying to adhere to something that's already peeling apart or peeling off, like I am just going to, I'm gonna sand it. Which, if I sand it, I'm definitely gonna stain it like a natural color or something light to go with the aesthetic in this room. So that means, surprise, surprise, this is more work. Yeah, and 3 days. 3 days. What are you doing, Rachel? 3 days. But I cannot leave it like this. I can't. It's too bad. It's too bad. Like no. And I'm mad that this was under this, because now this means more work for me. But on the upside, I do think it would look a lot better than the teal here. So, more work for me? Yes. Am I happy about that? No. Will it look better though? Yes. Am I happy about that? Yes. So, trip to the store tomorrow to get paint stripper and some sanding pads for my sander. So, in the meantime, what we're going to be doing now is just painting the white. So let's do that. And this is why my sweatshirt looks like this. Alright guys, it is the second day now. The fronts of the drawers have been sanded down. I'll show you in a second. They look pretty good, although there is some splotchiness. So I was going to go with a lighter stain, but because of the fact that there's so much inconsistency with the actual wood, I think I'm going to opt for a darker stain. Alright, so fortunately we still got some discoloration coming through
we'll see how it dries, but it looks like it will be there, so I might have to change my plan about the handles.
Alright guys, we're in the final stretch, the last day, so I gotta get stuff done. There are a few things that have happened that I need to update you on. First and foremost, I did put a coat of poly down on the drawers, and you'll see them in a second. I also went to the hardware store, and I could not find any poles the same size as these poles, so I spray painted these gold. Now, up against the wood, I'll show you in a second how it looks. I'll still put them together, but I'm leaning towards maybe spray painting them bronze or a black color later on. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll sit with the gold for a little bit, but if everyone's like, yeah, it's kind of like it's too close. Like, I feel like the gold and the wood is so close in color that it kind of just negates itself. So I did, however, get two different knobs. You see those? Gorgeous. And bonus, matches the wall too. But let's go ahead and put those together now, and I'll show you the desk. So, I'll be honest in saying I was hating on this as it was coming together. It wasn't my intended vision for this at all. Now, the wood is a little orange for my liking, I'll be honest in saying that. I myself am not satisfied with this flip. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes things don't go according to plan, but the great thing about DIY is that you can just DIY it again. This is a good setup for now, but trust me when I say there will be a part 2 to this. Hold up, so let me just actually insert here that I couldn't leave it alone. It was bothering me so much that it was keeping me up at night. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but like, some things didn't go the way you wanted it to, so you replay it in your mind and think about all the ways you could have done it differently. That's literally what I was doing with this desk. Like, I was having dreams about how to make this desk better. And I'll show you in the next clip what I came up with. So this is part 2. Will I do another version of this, an actual part 2? Yes, but I couldn't just post it as you saw it right now, just because of the fact that it was not to my liking and it was bothering me so much. And so this is a few days later, so let's roll that footage.
All right, so I thought the desk was missing a little something, so I decided to do a stencil. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll do stencils on this side as well. I just really think that, like, I don't know, the wood by itself, it was nice and everything like that. It wasn't up to my standard of what I had in mind for it. So I think I'm gonna try some more stencils, and we'll see how that goes.
Content today, but thank you so much for watching. You know, I will say there were a lot of bumps in this flip, and although I could have easily edited everything to kind of make it seem like this was my intention all along, I don't want to bamboozle you guys into thinking like all my DIYs work out the way I intend them to. Do it yourself also means that sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to, and that's okay. You kind of just have to go with the flow, pivot and change, and you know, keep on going. The best thing to do is kind of just take a breath and think, okay, that was my first idea. Doesn't mean that my second idea, third idea, the fourth idea, or fifth idea can't be as great as my first. It just means that something else is going to be different than the way I originally thought it was going to be. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I like to bring you all things DIY, and I want it to be a more genuine approach to show you all the hiccups and hang-ups, but also to show you that we can pivot and change when we need to and still make something beautiful. Alright, but thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one, so see you in the next one. Bye!